Drummer Boy TV. You already know I'm back with another one. I want to ask y'all, have y'all ever got a job and you feel like your supervisors or your lead man or anybody that was above you was treating you funny or wasn't treating you right? You know what I'm saying? You ever went to school and had a teacher that wasn't treating you right? You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about people in the professional world who might not like you for reasons that you don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Or people that might not like you for certain family ties that you have and you don't know nothing about it. You feel what I'm saying? So we finna get into that. I got a little story time for y'all. So first off, I want to say, man, especially to the parents out there, especially for the people that's in like a local town, one of them small towns to where everybody know everybody, y'all make sure y'all watch y'all kids, because you never know who don't like your kids or might want to mistreat your kids based off of your name, based off of who you are and, you know, the history y'all might have. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you might have had beef with or had problems with or was bullying, or just, you know, you might have took somebody's girlfriend or slash man, you know, anything like that. And now they might be in a position to take that out on your kids. You get what I'm saying? And you never know. But I have a story, a couple small stories about like something I went through as a kid in school. And I remember I never really was able to tell if it was racism. Old white lady. This is an old white lady, you know what I'm saying? She just had something against me in school, 3rd grade. And y'all, you know, anybody that know me, I'm pretty much quiet, you know what I'm saying? So I never understood like what it was. For a long time, I thought maybe she was racist, but at the same time, I think it was just me though. But I'm gonna get into those small stories. All right, so boom, like a hood nigga, you feel me? The first story I have with this teacher was like, okay, this back in this elementary, this like 3rd grade, and this back when like when we went to the bathroom, the teachers would like kind of like monitor us while we going to the restroom. You feel me? So I remember one day, and keep in mind, this is not my teacher. This is a teacher that's just close next door to my classroom. You feel what I'm saying? This is not my teacher. So anyway, I remember using the restroom, and I remember one of my little buddies was in a stall next to me. You feel what I'm saying? So we both using the restroom. We know we both in there because I think we went like 2 at a time or 3 at a time. I don't know, but I'm doing number 2 and I think he doing number 2. Had to be, you know what I'm saying? I think we both doing number 2 in the restroom or whatever. But we talking, you know what I'm saying? We talking. So me and him just talking in the restroom. We kind of loud. You probably can hear it outside, you know what I'm saying? But that's all it was. This lady who I'm talking about, she went to the principal and told the principal, and keep in mind, my buddy was a white boy, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I thought it was racism for most of the time. My buddy was a white boy. She didn't tell him. She said I was peeking over the stalls talking to him. So while he using the restroom, I'm peeking over the stalls like this, talking to him. You get what I'm saying? Keep in mind, you gotta come into the boys' restroom to even see that. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta walk into the boys' restroom to even see that. She never walked into the boys' restroom. So she went and told the principal this. And this back in the day when kids were still getting paddled. You know what I'm saying? The principals and teachers had a right to, you know, whoop the kids or pop the kids or whatever. I still remember going to the principal. I got 3 hard pops. Big old paddle, big old board, had holes all in it. Bam, bam. And the crazy part is the principal didn't even question it. Like, that's how you know, like, that's why I thought it was racism. Because, you know, as a kid, I'm seeing this. Like, he didn't even use his logic to say, like, well, how you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to walk in the boys' restroom to see that. And with that being said, no, I never did that. I never peeped over the stall and was talking to this dude from the next stall. She just heard us talking and went and made that up. That's story number 1. That was the first thing that I didn't understand. Like, okay, that was weird. The second story why I still thought it was racism was because it was one day we was in a classroom. My teacher had to do something. So my classroom went and sat in her classroom, and it was just one big old classroom. We a bunch of kids in there together. And so she started playing this game. I can't remember what the game was, but it was something with some cards or whatever. But anyway, none of that really matters. But every time a student got the answer right, she would give him a high five. Bam. She would give him a high five. Bam. Every time. Then so the time finally came for me. I got an answer right. And she told me it was right. Good job. High five. But when I came up to give my high five, she kept doing it like this. And it was weird to me because I'm not catching on. She like, from the air. I still remember, from the air. It's third grade. So I'm looking at it like, what you know what I'm saying? What is she talking about? And then I finally caught on what she was saying. She wanted me to high five her like this. Like, she didn't want me to touch her hand. You get what I'm saying? That's why I still think it was racism. It's definitely some racism there. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But that was weird. But as a kid, I didn't really get it. I kind of was confused. But then I got old, and now that I look back, it was like, okay, damn, that was weird. But now I can't really remember if it was other black kids who did touch her hand. But the last story, why I say I'm not for sure if it was racism, why I feel like she just had a personal vendetta against me, was because it was one day my teacher stepped out. Keep in mind, she the next door. Her class is next door. My teacher stepped out. Class loud. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, class loud. Me, I'm quiet. Anybody that know me, I'm quiet. You know what I'm saying? Class loud. Everybody acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? So my teacher get back. That teacher comes in my classroom. I never forget this stuff, bro. She came in my classroom and told my teacher it was a lot of noise. It was a lot of racket. It sounded rowdy in here. And bro, she blamed it on me. She described my shirt. I had on like a plaid, long sleeve collar shirt. I remember it had like purple, blue, like it was like, what's the other word for plaid? Like, I forgot what you saw. But it was just like a plaid shirt with like a bunch of Polaroid or something like that, I think you want to say. I forgot, but not a nice shirt, nothing like that. But it was just like, out of the whole class being loud, she literally, my teacher came in there, she said, I think it was the one with the blue and purple Polaroid or whatever you call it type of shirt. Like, she pointed it all at me. And there's other black kids in the classroom. That's why I say I really don't know if it was racist or if my last name had something to do with it, or if she had history with anybody in my family somewhere where I didn't know, or like it just was weird. Because like, out of the whole classroom, how do you come in there and tell my teacher it was me? And the crazy part about it is I wasn't even a part of the noise. It'd be different if I was a part of it too. I was turning up too. No, I was quiet. Anybody that know me, I'm quiet. I really be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I was quiet. She wasn't even in the classroom. She came in the classroom and said it was me. So that's my personal experience with somebody in the professional world. That's just the kid version, you know what I'm saying? It's third grade, but it's just something I never forgot, because you ain't gonna forget nothing like that. I always look back like, man, that was so weird, bro. Like, you didn't want me to touch your hand. You made up a complete lie about me going over the stalls and talking to another student, which never happened. Then you come in, hear the classroom loud because the teacher gone. We all kids, you know, kids get bad when the teacher step out the room. But for you to come over and blame it all on one student, I just never understood that. And now that I'm older, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, like I say, I don't know if it was something like she taught somebody else last name Wade, or she had like, you know, back, cause she was older, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't old, but she was older. Like, maybe she could have, man, honestly, I don't know what it was. Crazy part about it, I don't even know if she really knew my last name. It just was weird. I never done nothing to this lady. She just, I don't know, something I never forget. Miss Valentino. Yeah, I don't know. If you from Baytown or something like that, you might be related to her. You might know her, but just know she did me weird. Like I never understood it, but I just remember that stuff. And it's like as a kid, you wonder why kids go home swearing to God they didn't do something, and the parents don't believe them. I've actually been in those situations where I went home, got wrote up for something, and I didn't do it. But you know, as parents, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't, you know what I'm saying? You lying. But it's like, nah, you really do got to be careful with these teachers, man. You really got to be careful. Like, if you got a history of being bad or being a bully or woo. Nowadays, most of those kind of teachers, it seem like are obsolete. But we still having like younger, you know, we getting younger teachers now. You might have went, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, teachers are coming in young. You might have been younger. And like, if you had kids early, and somebody that you went to school with as a teacher, and you had kids early to where she might be teaching one of your students or something like that, you got to be careful with stuff like that. That's something to think about, because you got some people out here that's weird, and they'll treat your kids bad based on the history that they have with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not just with school teachers. That's with, like, you know, job interviews, supervisors. It could be some people that know you and you don't even know. Like, and I know a lot of people that see my name and be like, hold on, like, you know what I'm saying? So you never know what done went on, like, with your family or your people, your mama, your daddy, your elders, your cousins. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can have people hating you for well, not even gonna say for no reason, but it's a reason that you don't deserve, something you don't even much know about. You feel what I'm saying? So that was my little story time about that teacher. I just never forgot that, and it was weird. But the moral of the story is, like, it's people out there that might like you for reasons that you don't understand or you just don't know. And you got to be aware of that kind of stuff. And for my parents, kind of try to be aware of that stuff, like with your kids when you sending them to school and all that stuff. And I feel like it's important to go meet the teachers and know the teachers, because you never know who might be, you know what I'm saying, who might be teaching you, you know what I'm saying, might be an arch nemesis, they principal now, you feel me? Like, might give them hell just because of their last name and they don't even know why. Then they coming home telling you they didn't do something, and you know, get on that ass, and they really might didn't do it. It's just, you know. So, yeah. And that's of all ages. I ain't just talking about kids. That's why I'm breaking it down, you know, with other stuff. But for the most part, going through life, especially if you the type of person that grew up in a certain town and you still live there in that little small town or whatever it is, keep in mind that it's possible that it's, you know, it's bridges that might got burnt or animosity that never got fixed, and there's people out there that might like you for reasons that you don't even know. Drummer Boy TV.